What am I missing? What am I missing? Welcome to Dirt, Sweat, and Gears, and we are here with my 1989 Honda Prelude 2.0 SI four-wheel steering. It's been a long journey with this project so far, and I got a little confession to make. I'm recording this out of sequence because I forgot to record an introduction. So I have really no idea where I started and where I left off with this video that you're about to see. What I do know is that my car is still in several pieces 2 weeks later. We've got a little bit more work to do, but it has come a long way. So stick around and see what I've been up to. All right, so quick update. I've been chipping away at this over the past couple of days, just kind of on my lunch break at work and stuff like that, and a little bit after work last night, and I think I've made quite a bit of progress. Today has been mostly about the stereo components, relocating the battery, and rewiring pretty much everything in the trunk. You see here, I've got a bunch of wires hanging out. These run to the front speakers here, and it's a little too short. I'm just gonna crimp on some extensions. I'm probably gonna just have these wires just run right down the middle, come back up and over into the amplifiers. It doesn't really bother me that they're hanging out like that. And then these wires over here, once I found these holes in the body panels, really kind of just designed itself. So I'm really liking the direction this is going. It's still pretty messy behind the strut bar, but I'm slowly but surely cleaning that all up and getting it really squared away. This came out really nice. These that are going just out of the trunk right now, these are ground wires, even though one of them is red. They're both just too short, so I have new cable coming in that I'm going to replace them with, and they're just gonna go, and they're gonna join these other cables in this nice routing that we have over here. The signal leads kind of concern me because they're a little on the short side, but we'll cross that bridge when we get there. I might have to make some compromises in this area over here. I'm not too terribly worried about it. They'll reach. It's just a matter of how I want to get it there, and how clean can I get it there. I really don't want to buy new RCA cables. These power cables over here, one of them is long enough. This one is not long enough. This side came out looking a little bit nicer. I still have to put new ends on the speaker terminals so that I can connect up the speaker and tighten that all up. But this side came out looking really, really nice. For the most part, I got some things I don't really fully understand going on here. This is from me in my 20s screwing around back here. And then I've got this little panel clip I got to rescue and reuse. Overall, this is going in a very, very good direction, and it really won't need too much before I can start putting it back together. Coming in under the hood, I've got most of the parts I needed in. I got the hoses put in, new seals, distributors on, crank angle sensors on, new valve cover gasket. I did a valve adjustment, and then down here I have the distribution block running to the battery in its new home, into the fuse box, out to the starter. So I've got that all wired up proper. It should work just fine. I just need to put the intake in, and I need to get after I put those cotter pins on for the shift lever. So I've run into a little bit of an annoyance here. I'm trying to get the fender liners up into these little holes right there in the center of the screen. The problem is that the clips to do that are these type. Let me set that down. They're these type, which they're all expanded, so I actually have to buy new ones. And in fact I did, but they're not gonna be in for a while. So unfortunately, because of these dumb little clips, I won't be able to put the front of the car back together for probably another week and a half at least. It's a little bit unfortunate, but it is what it is. And I took this car apart knowing that it very well could be a while before getting it back together. So I have to get, I've repaired the fender liners, yeah, as best I could. I took a soldering iron, and actually I missed this spot right here. I didn't do a very good job on this side. But on the other side, I kind of tried to melt the splits in the plastic back together. You see I did that over here. Did a decent job over here. So I repaired both of the fender liners as best I could, or to a satisfactory degree at least. And once I get these clips in, I'll be able to put the fender liners in, and then put the fenders on, and then put the front bumper on. Now on the trunk is where I've been the most busy these past couple of days. You see I've got the liners back in. I got the wiring a lot cleaner, and I have all of the wiring routed for the battery, and it comes down to the fuse block here. I'm leaving that open for now because I haven't hooked up any of the amplifiers and I don't want to cause a fire. I also want to do a test fire of the engine just to see if it starts up with the battery back here, and there's just no need to have a stereo if all you're doing is cranking it over. So I haven't put the battery in. That's the next thing I'm going to do. Once I know that the car starts up without burning the garage down, I'll hook up the stereo and see if that burns the garage down. Hopefully not. But the wires are mostly clean. I still have to do a little bit of zip tying and tucking and maybe trimming on some of these, but I've got it really close to where I want it to be. It's really, really exciting to see it like this. Oh, the battery's hooked up. As soon as I plugged it in, I heard the door cylinders pop off, just like that. So I know that there's power going to the front of the car, so that's a very good sign. That's very good. Nice and strong. I know the battery's mostly charged. That's very good. I'm going to finish this up and maybe actually start the car up for real. I was just about to start taking things apart when I noticed I didn't have my distributor plugged in. So let's get that plugged in. Okay, well, it is in gear, which means I can't really do a whole lot until I get the shifter reconnected. So I'm going to do that before I try starting it up again. But it did start. I put it back together okay. I didn't do anything really stupid, thankfully. Just had a little bit of trouble getting it started. Now let's connect the stereo and see if I can blast some tunes. Well, since I'm terrified to play music on my channel, as much as I love music, you're just going to have to take my word for it. I got the speakers working. I got everything charged up. And what I did was to charge up the capacitor. See, now it says 12.1. I used a dome light. See that fuse right there? Before I connected it, I touched the dome light between the fuse and the block until the capacitor charged up. That's how I knew it was safe to plug it in. Now if you just slap it on there, it'll pop and give you a nice little spark and probably ruin your capacitor, because that's happened to me. So I always keep an old dome light around. This isn't the dome light that I keep in above the car. I have a little LED for that up here. I just keep this in the glove box. And you see I had to take out my driver's seat, which didn't make me all that thrilled, but I have to run some new wires or rerun existing wires anyway, so I guess it's not that big of a deal. It's 4 bolts. The only problem is that those bolts are stripping, so I have to fix that too. And it's just another 5-6 things I have to fix before I can drive this car again. So I guess I am almost done back here. I have to hook up the subwoofers, test them out, and then I can close up the trunk and move on to the interior and work on that until the panel clips for my fender liners arrive. Now those are going to take forever. So this car is going to be up on jack stands for at least 2 more weeks while I wait for those, which really makes me sad. But in the meantime, I can get a lot of work done on this thing. I can get it running really nice and get everything the way I want it, get it all back together. And when I get those panel clips, I'll be able to hit the road. I got everything nice and clean here. I'm really happy with myself right now.